Let's be honest for 1 second. Most of the characters in Marvel Rivals are a ton of fun. You can play as the tank or the damage or even the support. No matter what role you're playing, you're gonna have fun in this game. But in this video, I will give you my top 10 most fun characters in Marvel Rivals. Now of course, a disclaimer, this is only my opinion. This video is very subjective. We obviously all have different playstyles and different roles, so what I find fun might not really be fun for you. I made this video purely for those people who just started playing the game or is about to start the game and they have no idea what the characters do. So yeah, this is just my opinion and do not take it personally. The first one on the list is gonna be Cloak and Dagger. The reason why I find this character so fun is that you're basically playing as two characters. You can play as this character where they're basically a support. Your primary attack can heal them, most of your abilities are supports that you can heal your teammates and stuff. But then you can switch to this character, which is the Cloak. This character is if you want to go damage. So all of his abilities are basically damage related. So his primary attack is obviously damage, his abilities are obviously damage. It's just so fun playing this character. Most of their abilities are very similar, it's just this guy is a damage. His primary attack is kind of like Moira from Overwatch or maybe Scarlet Witch in Marvel Rivals. And then you also throw this barrier, but instead of healing, it blinds the enemy and also gives amplified damage. Like this ability is so good. And then you have this ability where you can like fly around and phase. You can make yourself and your teammates invincible and also granting them movement speed. Like this guy is crazy. Oh, and I forgot to mention their ultimate. You like dash around like 3 times, healing your allies and also damaging enemies. So if you want like a character where they go damage and support in some way, then this character is for you. Number 9 in the list is gonna be Thor. Thor is a tank in this game, and even though he's a tank, he deals quite a lot of damage. First of all, his primary attack, you just hit them with your hammer, you know, very straightforward. You also have an ability where you can charge it and then you dash forward, also knocking back enemies. And then you have this ability, which is probably my favorite ability from him. You turn into this awakened state, granting you bonus health, and also you become long range. Like look at this, look how fun this is. And then obviously you can throw the hammer and then you catch it again. And then his ult, you fly in the air, doing a lot of damage and then slamming down. If you want to lead the team and you want to go aggressive, if you want to do dive comp, then this character is for you. Number 8 in the list is gonna be Loki. And you might be curious about this actually, because not a lot of people consider Loki to be that fun. I don't really see a lot of Loki players, which is very weird because I find his abilities very interesting. First of all, his primary attack, you can heal your allies or damage the enemies, which is very straightforward. You can have an ability where you put this illusion and then every time you shoot, it shoots with you. And not only that, you can also teleport to this illusion. And not only that, even if they find the real you can go invisible. And my favorite part is his ultimate. You can shapeshift into an ally or to an enemy. For example, I see this character, I ult, I become this character, and I can use their ability, even their ultimates. Loki is just so fun for me. I really don't understand why I rarely see him. I mean, obviously I do see him, but compared to other supports, he's not getting played a lot. So if you like bamboozling people and tricking people into thinking that's you, then this character is for you. It's so fun when you see someone trying to shoot you, but it's actually the wrong one. It's just an illusion. It's just so funny to me. Number 7 in the list is gonna be Jeff the Land Shark. I mean, first of all, look how cute this guy is. Come on, who wouldn't want to play a cute little shark? Now, this might be very subjective actually, because some people might consider him kind of boring because his kit is very straightforward and very basic. I mean, all you do with this shark is, first of all, his primary attack, you can spit on your allies and you heal them with this, or you can do damage, which is you spit on your enemies as well. So if you like spitting on people, then I guess this character is for you. And you can also throw these bubbles and then they can pick them up, healing them and also gaining movement speed if you pick it up. And then this ability, which is probably my favorite part about him, is that you go underneath the ground. Not only it gives you movement speed, it also heals you, and you can also climb walls with this ability. And the thing that I love about this ability, you can use it anytime. This has 0 cooldown, which is insane to me. I really think they should nerf this. I feel like the healing is a little too crazy, and the fact that it has no cooldown is a little too crazy as well. But the fun doesn't end there, because his ultimate, in my opinion, is the most annoying support ultimate out there, which you basically hit the enemies or your allies if you need to. And what you can do is you can throw them off the map, kind of like this. I'm gonna wait for them to push in, and then I'm gonna throw them off the map. Here you go. Oh my god, I got two. Yeet! Oh my god, that is so cool. Dude, I love that. I love how you can just show them off the map. So if you like being annoying and your enemies hating you, then this character is for you, because this character is so hard to kill, it's so annoying, and the fact that this shark is so cute as well, it's so hard to hate him, like it's so hard. Number 6 in the list is gonna be Magik. Now Magik is a duelist, aka a damage dealer. If you like characters who deals a lot of damage and doing a lot of combos, maybe you play fighting games, or you just like doing combos in general, then this character is for you. First of all, she's a melee character, so she is a little bit hard to play because you need to get close to your enemies first before you can do stuff. But all of her abilities is just so well made. You have an ability where you can like dash forward and also lift your enemies up in the air. You have this ability where you kind of go like in this portal, and then you can choose if you want to go left click or right click. Left click is when you go to this portal and then you do a little swirl attack, so it's like an AoE damage. Or instead of using your left click, you can press right click and then you have this little demon that hits enemies, and then you have this ability as well where you can throw like a slash, I guess, I don't know what you call this. And then her ultimate is very easy and straightforward. You just become this like demon, and then it's like enhancing all of your abilities. So if you like playing melee characters with combos and playing very aggressively, then this character is for you. Number 5 in the list is gonna be Venom. Now in my opinion, Venom is the most fun tank, at least in my opinion. If you want to play a tank that has a lot of mobility and plays very aggressively, then this character is for you. Do keep in mind though that I feel like he's a little bit of a selfish tank, because you don't really stay on your team that much. You kind of just do your own thing. If you play Overwatch 2, he's kind of like a wrecking ball. So his primary attack, I mean, you have these little tendrils, I guess. I mean, just look how cool this is. This is just his primary attack. And then obviously as Venom, you can swing around. This is like his mobility, and you can even slam down on enemies. And then you also have this ability where you can slow enemies. You can like link on them, so it's a lot harder for them to escape you. You can even climb walls. And his ultimate, you like burrow underground, and then you just come back and then boom, doing a lot of damage to the enemies. So if you like playing tanks where they're a little bit selfish but a lot of mobility and being very annoying, then this character is for you. And we might as well talk about Spider-Man, since we were talking about Venom earlier. Spider-Man is also very fun, and I would say one of, if not the hardest character to play in this game. Spider-Man is a damage character, aka a duelist. His primary attack, he can like, you know, he's punching people. And then you have your right click where it is a long range, so if you need to play long range, then you can do this. And let's also not forget about that he can just swing around in the place. Like, look at this, look how fun this is. And then you have this E ability where you like pull your enemies, but you don't have to just pull them to you, you can go to them instead. And then you have F, which is, this is good for his comboing, so you like lift them in the air and stuff. You can also double jump, I almost forgot to mention that. You know, he's like double jumping and also climbing walls, obviously. And then his ultimate is like AoE, and then it can like stun enemies. It deals a lot of damage and also stunning enemies, which is actually crazy in my opinion. We can all agree that Spider-Man is just one of the most fun characters in Marvel Rivals. You guys might disagree with me with the other characters, but I feel like everyone will agree that Spider-Man is just so fun to play. Number 3 in the list is gonna be Black Panther. Now this character is one of those characters where he's also a melee but hard to play. This guy is a damage, aka a duelist. First of all, you have your primary attack, which is like your claws, and then you have this right click where you throw this spear, and then it gives like a mark on them. And as you can see over here, they have like a mark, right? If they have a mark, it produces bonus health and also refreshes the ability, which is very useful. This is why he's very aggressive and hard to play. You also have this ability where you like spin towards your enemies if you want to, or you can also use this to escape, and it also marks the enemies. And of course you can also wall climb and even double jump kind of. And then the shift is when you can like dash on them and stuff. And then his ultimate, you like summon this thing, and then it pounces forward, dealing damage and attaching mark to the enemies. So imagine just how many combos you can do, because you just give so much mark to your enemies, and it's like refreshing your abilities. So once again, he's a very aggressive melee character character with a ton of mobility. He is quite hard to play, but in my opinion, he's definitely worth it to play. Number 2 in the list is gonna be Iron Fist. Now this character I tried playing and I'm still kind of sucking with him. I'm still not the best with him, but he's just so fun to play. He's another duelist, aka, you know, a damage dealer. I mean, look at his primary attack first. You don't even need to be that close to them. Like, look at this. It kind of like teleports to the enemy. And then obviously you have this ability where you can like kick people and also dash at the same time and knocking the enemies as well. And you have multiple of this as well, so you can do this a lot of times. And then you have your E, which is like if you're in danger, you can like heal yourself. And not only that, it's also giving you bonus health. And look how much mobility this guy has as well. He can jump 3 times. And then you have your right click where you like have this defensive stand pose and it blocks incoming attacks and gaining damage reduction as well. And then his ultimate. His ultimate is very straightforward. It's just boosting his speed and damage and attack range. And I almost forgot to mention, it reduces the cooldown of Dragon's defense as well. So you can block a lot of times. I'm not even that good with him with the comboing and stuff, so just imagine someone who put a lot of time on this character and they do this crazy combos. He's gonna be very annoying to deal with. Now before I say the number 1, I do want to give some honorable mentions first, because most of the characters in this list are like aggressive and like mobility characters. So I want to give some honorable mentions to the players out there who likes to play a little bit more different playstyles. For example, over here, Black Widow is the first honorable mention. If you like playing sniper characters, then this character is for you. Personally, this character is not really for me because I don't like playing at the back, and also because my aim sucks. So yeah, I'm not really good with this character. To give some brief explanation, obviously she has a sniper, so she's a very long range character, but if they get close to you, you do have this little baton and then you can like hit enemies with them. If they ever get close to you, you can do this if you want to. You can also run really quick and like dash upwards. You can also kick enemies, so if they ever get close to you, like too close to you, you can knock them out. So yes, if you want to play a sniper character, this character is for you. Another character in the honorable mention is Doctor Strange, and this character is a tank, aka a vanguard. If you like to play tanks that are like they put a shield up and they play with their team, then this character is for you. First of all, this primary attack, you like throw these little daggers, and then you also gain this dark magic in the middle. As you can see, you have this cloak of levitation where you can like fly around and stuff, and then you also have this ability where you release your dark magic to deal damage to the nearby enemies. It's an AoE damage, mind you, so the higher this number is, the more damage it is. And then you have this ability where you can make portals, so you can traverse to 2 locations and anyone can go through this, not just your teammates, enemies can also go through this. And then your ult is like the Eye of Agamotto. You separate the enemy's soul from their bodies, and dealing damage to these souls is transferred to their physical bodies. And then of course you have your massive protection barrier, so you know you can block damage if you really need to. So yeah, if you like to play more with your team and you become the frontliner, putting shield up and stuff, then this character is for you. Now number 1 in the list is gonna be Psylocke. Now this is my personal opinion because Psylocke is my favorite character in this game, so this is very subjective. I think we can all agree that Psylocke is definitely a really fun character. Maybe not number 1 for some people, but for me, she is the number 1 most fun character. I mean, come on, she's like Genji from Overwatch 2. You like have this crossbow to deal a lot of burst damage. You can dash twice. You can use this to escape or to do damage to your enemies. You also become invisible and gaining movement speed. And then you have this ability where you can throw shurikens and then you can pull them back to you to deal more damage. And then her ultimate, like look how cool this ultimate is. Like you just slash on your enemies. If you like characters where they're like stealthy, flanking around, you get 1 kill and then escape, then this character is for you. She's a very assassin flanker character. I definitely put a lot of hours in this character. Like out of all the characters in this list, this is the character that I played the most because of how fun she is. She's not like any of the other melee characters where you need to be up close and personal. With this character, if you really need to poke around because you cannot play aggressively, then you can just poke around. She is a short to medium range, so you can just do this and you can still do pretty good damage. But obviously it's better if you flank in the side and then kill the support really quick and then you run away. So do you guys agree with me or not? Obviously keep in mind that this is only my opinion. This is a very subjective video. What I find fun, you might not find fun. I mean, let's be honest, all of the characters in this game are a ton of fun. You can have fun with any of this character. I mean, do you want to play as a character with squirrels? I mean, go for it, bro. No one is stopping you. Do you want to fly around and be Iron Man and mostly being in the air? Then this character is for you. Maybe you want to even play as a raccoon. Yes, you can play as a raccoon in this game. We all have different characters that we like playing. We all have different roles that we like playing. So this is just purely my opinion, so do not take it personally. Well then, that's it for today guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. See you everybody.